be as funniest and nice way. Okay.
Okay, miss.
Okay. Okay. Let's start now. What is your first lesson? Tell me about your first lesson.
It's miss.
Now I think your lessons will be shared on the screen. Wait, will you? First topic is water technology. No.
Yes, miss.
Water technology. What is the idea about what is the water technology?
Water technology is cans, tunnels, dams are constructed.
Hmm.
Constru-
Before the technology, you know how what is a very important thing to our lives. No, every humans, every animals want to live. They can't live without water. No, the ancient people can understand what is the what is important of the water. So they did something using some technologies. They did some tanks, canals, and cuts, and something using technology. We tell it water technology. Okay. So what are the canals? What are the tanks? What are the ponds you know in the Sri Lanka?
tanks. We can have Basavakuluma River.
Yeah, Basvakulam here.
And also Abaya River.
Bayavava, Tissavava. There are such there are a lot of types of tanks, ponds, in canals in here. No, in Sri Lanka. I don't know the another country. There is a no these types of big tanks. There are many more water tanks here. The ancient Sri Lankans knew how to apply the such technologies for the perfectly constructing tanks, canals, dams, and anicuts. And they know what the people how important water. So they did some canals, tanks, dams like Basavakulama, Abbayavava, Tissavava, Kalavava, like this. They did something for us, no? We get some useful things. What are the imports of the dams, canals like this? What are the importance? Why we use the dams, canals, tanks?
It is important for us.
Basically, the dams, tanks, it's very important for agriculture. No, Sri Lanka is an agricultural country. The area, the people planting and growing some vegetables. No, carrot, beetroot, leeks like this. No,
Yeah.
no, and also the North Central province, the people growing some paddy, hen cultivation like this. No, the
Mm.
Sri Lanka is based on agriculture. So the Sri Lanka is an agriculture country. So they applied water technology and they use these tanks, canals, and guards ponds for the agriculture. Basically, they wanted to apply this water technology for agriculture. Okay, there is I think you got some idea about what is the water technology. No?
Yeah.
Okay. So, uh, what is the beginning of the construction of tanks? Why? How big? How is beginning? How is began?
It began
How it's
from
happened?
dry zone area.
Yeah. Tell me what are the dry zone areas in Sri Lanka?
Anuradhapura,
Anuradhapura, very good.
Polonnaruwa,
Polonnaruwa.
uh,
There are dry zone areas. No, the in these areas, in the they had not the raining, and they had not proper water system in the whole year. They got some they got and they get the rain only the period. No, කියන්නේ අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් පුතේ දැන් පොළොන්නරුව අනුරාධපුර වගේ ඒරියාස් වලට හැමදාම වැස්ස ලැබෙනවද?
නෑ.
නැහැනේ. They get some period. So they store a water for whole year. No?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you right now.
Okay. So, before the era of the Christ, they occurred a rapid expansion of establishment of settlement in the country, following arrival of group of peoples from India around the 6th century BC. There is a people came here to before the 6th century BC from India. During the period of about 3 centuries, the several other groups arrived from India and settled here. It means the group of people came here and settled here. When establishing their settlement, they selected a dry zone where the land is mostly plain and highly fertile, and therefore the most suitable agriculture activities. The group of people came here and they thought and they planned to fertilize and they plan to grow. The dry zone is the perfect land in Sri Lanka for agriculture. Understand?
Yes, miss.
So nowadays we can see in the dry zone we get some many more agriculture facilities, agricultural things like paddy field we get from Anuradhapura, Polonnaruwa like this, and hen cultivation. Some of very valuable vegetables in Polonnaruwa and Anuradhapura area. So then after But the thing is, we know that the dry zone of the country receives rain only during a certain period. But the thing is, they have not proper way to get rainwater. They receive rain only during a certain period. For this reason, the people of that time had needed storing water that was required for their consumptions for agriculture activities during the dry season. I think they get some water in um, uh, after the September, and September and January period, they get water. They receive the water. They receive rain. But after the January, February, March, April, June, July, August, they didn't get any rainwater. So, but there are agricultural things continuously doing. So the thing is, they want water, so they uh, uh, they understand we should store the water for agriculture. So this is the very basic reason for beginning of the tank. It was to fulfill this need, the people started constructing tanks. After about 3rd century BC, they occurred a rapid growth in the expansion of settlement in the dry zone, and consequently, the people of that time faced the change, increasing food production in order to cater to the need increasing population. And also the group of people came here, no, three groups come here, and there are like this one family here came here, then after the 6 months there is a 2 family here, after the 3 months there is a 6 family here, like the increasing what in this dry zone. Tinali,
Yes, miss.
I told no, there is a group of people came here from India.
Yeah, miss.
Um, then after the 3 months, there is a 2 families here. Okay,
Okay.
why? Then after there are 6 families here, like this, increasing what? Population. No,
Okay. Yeah.
understand?
Yes, miss.
Okay, there is a population, increasing the population. They want to use the water for drink, for bath, like this. No, they want water, no, but they receive only a certain period of the year. They receives water, but the population is increasing. The water supply station is not like that. Like it's not same like population. No, this is a challenge. ඒ කියන්නේ පුතේ දැන් ඉන්දියාවෙන් මෙහෙ එනවනේ group of peoples කණ්ඩායමක් එනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඒගොල්ලොන්ගේ population එක වැඩි වෙනවනේ. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලොන් එහෙමම ඉන්නේ නෑනේ එක family එකක් විදියටම. ඒගොල්ලොන් කැඩිලා වැඩි වෙලා increase family එක. නේද?
Yes, miss.
ඊට පස්සේ දැන් ඒගොල්ලන්ට අවුරුද්දකටම එකපාරයි නම් වතුර හම්බ වෙන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ population එකත් එක්ක ඒක සමාන වෙනවද? Is that same? Population is high, water is not like this, no?
Yes.
So that is the challenge. This is as a challenge, they try to build a tank. Okay.
Okay, miss. Miss?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Miss, I can hear you.
Okay. If you have any doubt when I'm teaching, you can feel free to ask. Okay.
Okay, Miss.
They constructed gain tanks, connected those tanks to canals, creating a network of irrigation system, bringing many areas under paddy cultivation. It can be assumed that construction of a dam across a brook on stream so that water is collected here is the origin constructing small tank. Okay. Uh, okay, now okay. I can hear. See. Uh, firstly, they built small tanks, constructed, selecting areas and suitable lands. Then there is a water supply station. Three sides were bordered and land by constructing one across the low lying land of the other side so that rainwater is collected there. So they planned the suitable area for build construct the tank. So then after they constructed small tanks. Okay, as a lot
Okay,
of
Miss.
as a lot of labor was not needed for such a small construction, members of a family or the villagers could get together construct a small tank. Tinali, can you hear me?
Yes, Miss, I can hear you.
There
Hello?
is some, yeah.
Miss, I can't hear you.
Okay, now okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Uh, Firstly, they across some bun and then they built a small tank. ඒගොල්ලන් ඉස්සල්ලාම කරන්නේ ඇලමාර්ගයක් හරස් කරලා පුංචි ජලාශයක් පුංචි වැවක් හදපු එක. Understand?
Yes, Miss.
Then after they collect the rainwater and store here. Uh, as a lot of labor was not needed for such a small construction, a member of family or the villagers could get together and construct a small tank. What happened? The small how constructed their small tank? How? They built some small tanks now. So there is a not there was a not needless lot of labors for construct to small tank. No, members of family, villagers, they get together and they construct a small tank. Okay.
Okay, Miss.
Tell me that what is the idea about a small tank now? Tell me more. What you get?
Miss, I didn't hear you.
Okay, I'm asking for you, Pute, what are the things you get now? Why they think should construct the tanks? What are the challenges? And tell me about a little bit about this.
Please give me a second.
Okay.
Uh, Miss,
Yeah.
uh, uh, s- simply it is seen that a small tank have also been constructed by selecting a
Hmm.
a land of three sides, three
Hmm.
sides, and bordered with a highland, and constructing a bund cross the lying land
Hmm.
side of the lying land of the side of the rainwater is collected there.
Hmm. Why they build small tanks?
Uh,
Ayyagulam small tanks haduwe.
because
Why?
because members of the family or the villages could get together and construct a small tank.
No, Buddha, I'm asking why they built small tank. Firstly, I told you there is a Sri Lanka is a small island, no? No?
Yes, miss.
So I told you there is a group of people came here and they build their homes in dry zone, and they selected dry zone area is the dry zone land is the very suitable for agriculture, no?
Yes, miss.
Then after they situated here, they established their families here, and then after they started to cultivate dry zone. Then after they understood they receive the rainwater certain period of the year. So firstly they thought the uh, construction tanks is the important for the dry zone. The basic thing is that. Okay, the first thing is that ඒගොල්ලොන් හිතුවා අවුරුද්දට එකම එක පාරක් ජලය ලැබෙන හින්දා මෙහි ටෑන්ක් හදන්න ඕනි කියලා. Okay.
Okay, miss.
Second one is I told you the family is here, one family is here, then after increase it like a two family, then after six family, like this, no? The population is increase, no? Population is increase, and what is not same like this, no? Population එක ඉහළ ගියාට ලැබිච්ච water ප්‍රමාණය ඉහළ ගියේ නෑ නේද?
Yeah.
So then after they thought construction is essential thing for uh, dry zone area, and then after they want food supplyization, and they want bath, they want drinks like this. These things they want, no? They understand what is important. We should store the water. Then after they select the suitable area, and then after across the bund, and they constructed small tanks for do their essential needs. um, Build some small tanks, no? So no, there was no need lot of labors for such a small construction. Members of family members and villagers together and constructed the small tank. Okay, I told the summary of this.
Okay, miss.
And also, uh-oh. Okay. Uh, the villages were constructed by the villagers themselves under the leadership of the heads of those villages. Okay, yeah, the firstly, the basically, they started to constructed water tanks. Villagers constructed in their villages their the tank. Okay, again, water. දැව් අමුණු ඉස්සල්ලාම හදද්දි පළවෙනියටම හදද්දි මේ ගමේම මිනිස්සු එකතු වෙලා තමයි ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඕන දැව හදාගත්තේ. හරිද?
Hi, miss.
These are called village tank. These types of tanks we called as village tanks. Okay, tell me, what are the village tank? What is the meaning of village tank?
As a village spread throughout the dry zone, small tanks required for those small villages were constructed by the village themselves under the leadership of the herds of those villages. It is known as village tanks.
Okay, very good. I think you got the point. There are stone inscription. What is the meaning of putting stone inscription? Stone inscriptions mean the people in the past era, past ancient people, they wrote something on the stones. You know, some Aaradhi area, there is so many types of stone inscriptions. In Sinhala, these we අපි කියනවා සිංහලයේදී stone inscriptions වලට ශිලා ලේඛන කියලා. අහලා තියෙනවද?
Yes, miss.
Stone inscription. In this stone inscriptions was which contain information about some village tanks which are not spoken of literary sources. I think you know what is the literary sources.
Yes,
no?
miss. Yes.
These types of village tanks, there is no more details for in literary sources, but there are some small tanks, and there is names and small details in stone inscriptions. Okay, some contents here in this stone inscriptions. Okay.
Okay, miss.
And also, such as Mahavansha as a king Vasamba. King began to the involved construction. Then after, firstly, the villagers involved to the build the construct to the tanks. Then after, kings began to the involved in the construction of tanks. Bigger tanks which had more capacity than village tank could be constructed because kings could collect more people than village. It's crowd. Okay, it's mean in the Mahavansha, we know village tanks constructed by whom?
By people.
Village tanks. Yeah, people, villagers, no?
Yeah.
Then after kings were involved to constructions tanks bigger than village tanks. We called as bigger tanks. Okay.
Okay.
By about 3rd century BC, construction of bigger tanks under the patronage of king had began. Mahavansas speak of 3 tanks that had been constructed during the region of King Pandukabaya. So, about 3rd century BC, construction of bigger tanks in the dry zone area, and also in the Mahavansha tells 3 tanks that had been constructed during the region of King Pandukabya. We know our first king is who?
King Pandukabaya.
Yeah. So in his period, there is a 3 main tanks here. Read the book and tell me what are the three tanks.
Jayavapi, Abhayavapi, Gaminivapi.
Okay, there are the 3 tanks in Pandukabe who construct the tanks. It is believed that the tanks presently called Basavakulama was then Abhayavapi. So, in the present we called as Basavakulama, no? And then Abhayavapi. Tissavavu in Anuradhapura is considered to have been constructed by King Devanam Tissa. Tell me who constructed the Tissavavu in Anuradhapura?
King Devanam Tissa.
King Devanam Tissa. These are some of the tanks that were constructed about 3 centuries after the arrival Prince Vijay in Lanka. So, after the Prince Vijay arrival to Sri Lanka, there are 3 centuries after the tanks were constructed. Okay. Basavakulama and Tissavavu are seen present status after being renovated of several occasions. Nowadays also we can see Basavakulama and Tissavavu, no?
Yes, miss.
Sorry?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So we get some great opportunities, great things through these tanks, no? In the present also. We use the water of this, no? අපි දැනටත් බසවක්කුලමෙන් එන තිස්සලවෙන් එන වතුර පාවිච්චි කරනවනේ ප්‍රසන්ට් ස්ටේට් එකෙන් අපිට හිතන්න අපිට හිතාගන්න පුළුවන් නේද කොච්චර වැදගත්ද මේ වැව් අමුණු ඒ කාලේ රජවරු හදපු ඒවා. No?
Yes.
Okay. Can you understand beginning the tanks?
Yes, miss, I can understand.
You can you get the idea about something.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. Tell me. What are the tanks had been constructed during the region of King Kandukabaya?
Jayavapi, Abhayavapi, Gaminivapi. Abhayavapi, in present it is called as Basavakulama.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me. Who constructed Tissavavu?
King Devanam Tissa.
Okay, very good. Okay, tell me what are the main reasons why people started to construct the uh, tanks? Why they started to construct the tanks?
Uh,
ඇයි මිනිස්සු ඉස්සලාම වැව් අමුණු හදන්න පටන් ගත්තේ? Why? They want to cultivate and
uh,
population is increasing like this, no? There are other reasons, no?
yes.
Okay. Okay. Let's move the another the next point. It is seen that construction big tanks. Now we talk about the constructing big tank, no?
Yes, yes.
Uh, it is saying that construction of big tank was started several centuries after the establishment of first villagers in ancient Lanka. We know no, now we know there is a group of people came here from India here. Uh, there are the first villagers in the ancient Lanka. After they came here, uh, after uh, after that, uh, the people started to construction of big tanks. It was King Vasamba who ruled country during the period of 67 and 111 AD, who first started constructing big tanks in the country. Tell me, who is the firstly started constructing big tanks here?
King Masamba.
King Vasamba, very good. By this time, Lankans had acquired through knowledge about irrigation technology as they had been constructing tanks. Tell me, what is the irrigation system?
What's the
What's
meaning?
the meaning of irrigation? Huh?
The meaning?
Sorry?
Miss, I have to say the meaning.
Yeah. It's a meaning. Irrigation. You know the Varimarga.
Yes, yes.
There is the technology, not like a water system. It's a how to uh, how to prepare the land, how to make a tank like this. Okay.
Okay.
By this time, Lankan has acquired through knowledge about the irrigation technology as they had been constructing tanks several centuries. Because of they constructed small tanks now, so they know the irrigation technology and they know knowledge of the how to make the tanks. By the beginning of King Vasaba's region, settlement had spread in the most part of the dry zone with the expansion of settlements, production would had be increased in order to provide the increase in population. In the region, Clearly, can you hear me properly?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Can you visible the screen?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Mm. In the Wasabas region, they spread. There are a lot of people spread in the dry zone. The people came here the dry zone and the population is very increasing. ඒ කියන්නේ කින් වසමගේ කාලේ ගොඩක් කට්ටිය dry zone එක කියන්නේ රාදපුර පුරනර පැත්තට ඇවිල්ලා පදිංචි වෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ හැමදේම කියන්නේ දැන් කන බොන එක වතුර හැමදේම increase වෙනවනේ. Production of food, expansions of settlements, increase in population. Construction of big tanks seems to have started at this time in the additional smaller tanks in order to fulfill the requirements. There are some small tank here, no? The first made, but there is not enough to survive their things. ඒ කියන්නේ අර පුංචි tanks තිබ්බනේ නේද? අපි කතා කළේ.
Yes.
ඒවා ඒ වගේ ඒගොල්ලොන්ගේ essential දේවල් survive කරගන්න එක මදි වුණා. මොකද population එක මොකක් වෙච්ච නිසාද? Increase වෙච්ච නිසා. The reason of increase in population, the small tanks are not enough for survive their essential things. Okay, like food productions, to supply their water, like this. A large amount of water could be stored, consumed of construction big tanks, and the water thus stored could be distributed to small and medium scale tanks through canals. Then after, there are constructed big tanks and they supply the water through small tanks and medium scale tanks through canals. What's the meaning of canal? Canal mean ඒ කියන්නේ ලොකු ටැංකිය වලට පුංචි ටැංකිය වල කියන්නේ පුංචි ජල පුංචි වැව් වලින් සහ මධ්‍යම ප්‍රමාණයේ වැව් වලින් ඇල මාර්ග හරහා ජලය ලබා දීමේ ක්‍රමය ස්ථාපිත කරා. Understand?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Articles have recorded that King Vasamba had constructed 11 tanks. Tell me, King Vasamba. Oh, there is a signal error, I think. Okay. King Vasamba constructed 11 tanks. Okay. What are the 11 tanks? Tell me the two tanks out of the 11. You know any?
Mayet Baba.
Mayet Baba.
And Manikiviti or
Manikiviti tank.
Or Mahanikiviti Baba.
No, Mahanikavati Baba and Manikiviti the same. Presently we called Manikiviti Baba to Manikivati Baba, okay? Presently called as like this. There are the example, okay? And then after King Sorry for the inconvenience. Oh. Yeah, no. Tinuli?
Yes, miss.
Sorry.
It's okay.
There is a signal matter. That's why. King Mahasen is prominent among king who constructed big tank after the king Vasamba. Okay, then Vasamba is the first king who constructed the big tanks. No,
Yes, miss.
that he constructed how many tanks?
11 tanks.
11 tanks. Then after King Mahasen is prominent among kings who constructed big tank after the king Vasamba. According to the Mahavansha, King Mahasen has constructed 1,000 tanks. How many tanks?
1,000 tanks.
Sorry?
1,000 tanks.
1,000 tanks. Tell me, what is his famous tank, you know?
Mineral tank.
Minaria tank. So, because of Minaria tanks, we called King Mahasen who? Mahasen, god of the God Mahasen, no? මින්නේරි දෙයියෝ කියලා අපි කියනවා මහසෙන් රජතුමාට මින්නේරි වැව හදපු නිසා. Why we call as God Minneri like this? Because Minneri වැව is a very important to the people in their area, no?
Yes, yes.
They feel like Mahasen king is like a god for them. Okay. Jaluravapi and Kanuvapi are examples other tanks constructed by him. Now, presently, Jaluravapi we called as Huruluvava, Kanuvapi we called as Mahakanadara Vava. Tell me what are the how many tanks constructed King Mahasen?
1,000 tanks.
1,000 tanks. Tell me what are the famous and the bigger tanks who King Mahasen constructed?
Mineral Jalurvapi in present. Huruluvava. Kahanuvapi present. Mahakanagara Vava.
Mahakanadara. Okay.
Okay.
Here, following the construction of Minneria tank, King Mahasen came to be known as Minneria god. Who is the Minneria god?
King Mahasen.
King Mahasen. King Dhatusena is another prominent king who constructed large-scale tanks during Anuradhapura kingdom. First, who is the first? King?
First, King Vasamba.
Vasamba. Second,
King Mahasen.
King Mahasen. Third,
King Dhatusen.
King Dhatusena. Tell me, how many tanks constructed King Vasamba?
11 tanks.
11 tanks. King Mahasen?
1,000 tanks.
1,000 tanks. Tell me, what is the first big tank constructed by King Vasamba?
Mayat Vava.
Oh, no. There is the image here also. In your textbook?
King Mahasen.
No, King Vasamba.
Mineria Vava.
No, Buddha. Basavakulama Vava, no? The first big tank?
Yeah.
Did you forget? Okay. What are the three main and very famous tanks constructed by King Mahasen? Mineria Vava.
Vava Jalluruvapi, and in present Huruluvawa, Kanuvapi, in present Mahakan.
Okay. Then after, King Datasen is another prominent king who constructed large-scale tanks during Anuradhapura kingdom. Mahavansa records that he had constructed 18 tanks. How many tanks?
18 tanks.
18 tanks. Out of the tanks constructed by him, Kalavava is then outstanding. I can't. Okay. Kalavava was built constructing a dam across Kalavaya. Kalavava was built constructing a dam across the Kalavaya. It's built like it's built across a Kalavaya. Then after constructing Kalavava, okay. Chronicles have also recorded of many other tanks such as Padulakavapi, Mahadatavapi, which were constructed by Datasena. Tell me what are the another tanks constructed by King Datasena?
Kalavava.
And Kalavava.
Kalavava and Padulakavapi.
Mahadatavapi, which were constructed by King Datasena. No? It is believed that Mahadatavapi is the tank presently called Madatugama Vava, situated close to Damulla Kakurawa main road. So nowadays we called as the Padulaka. Mahadatavapi is Madatugama Vava, situated close to Damulla and Kakurawa main road. Okay, Puta, where are you from?
I'm from Nugegode.
Nugegode. Okay. Then did you visit Damulla Kakurawa area?
No.
No. If you visit, you should see. Okay, you should see this Madhutagama Vava. Okay. Padalaka Vapi has not been identified so far. It didn't identify it so far. Okay. King Parakrama Bahu I, too important among kings who constructed large-scale tanks during Rajarata civilization. What is the meaning of the Rajarata civilization? What is the meaning of Rajarata?
Ancient?
No. You know the Rajarata University of Sri Lanka?
Yes.
Where it's situated? Anuradhapura, no? Mihintal area, no?
Yeah.
Rajarata civilization means Rajarata Shishtacharya කියන්නේ අනුරාධපුර පොළොන්නරුව කාලය තිබුණු රාජධානි සමයේ. Okay?
Okay.
There is a King Parakramabahu I. There is a very important king who constructed large-scale tanks during the Rajarata civilization. And also there is a motto of his. Not a single drop of water received from rain should be allowed to flow into the sea without making any use of it. ඒකෙන් කියන්නේ මේ පරාක්‍රම රජතුමාගේ දැක්මක් තිබුණලු අහසින් වැටෙන එක දිය බිඳුවක්වත් වැඩකට ගන්නේ නැතුව මුහුදට යවන්න එපා කියලා. Understand? There is a motto here. You should learn this. You should study and you should remember this motto because when you are face your term test, it's surely come. Okay.
Okay.
He rendered an invaluable service toward the development of irrigation sector of this country. According to the Mahavansha, he has constructed 163 tanks, including famous Parakrama Samudra in Polonnaruwa. Tell me, King Parakrama Bahu won the king, the how many tanks constructed by him?
163 tanks.
Then tell me what is the famous tank constructed by him?
Parakram Samudra
Where is it situated here?
in Poland.
Rajasrata civilization collapsed in um, 1020 to 150 AD, following invasion of Kalinga Maga, which was launched toward the end of the Polonnaruwa kingdom. After the collapse of the Rajarata civilization, people mostly began to move toward wet zone and consequently in the tanks and Anikat's Rajarata areas began overgrown with wild. After the Kalinga Maga conflict, you know the Kalinga Maga conflict? No? කාලිංග මග යුද්ධය අහලා තියෙනවද?
No, miss.
අහලා තියෙනවද?
No, miss.
There is a Indian king. His name is Kalinga Maga. He came here and he distributed the Rajarata civilization, Anuradhapura and Polonnaru area. Okay, you know the kingdom's proper way, the Kodin way.
Yes.
Tell me. Anuradhapura.
Anuradhapura, Polonnaruwa,
Dambadeniya. Finally.
yes, miss.
Anuradhapura, Polonnaruwa, Dambadeniya, Yapahuwa, Kurunegala, Gampala, and Kandy. That is the kingdoms according to the way. The first kingdoms are Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa. After the Kalingamaga invasion, the people went to the more and wet zone, like then after they came Dabadeni. Okay, the tanks and any cuts in Rajarat areas began to overgrown with wild. ඒ කියන්නේ නිකන් එක කැලෑ වැදුනා වගේ. ඒ කියන්නේ අර සශ්‍රීක නැහැ, successfully develop වුණේ නැහැ කියන එක තමයි කියන්නේ. Okay. Okay. Did you understand?
Yes, miss.
Okay. The next day I will give the questions, Puta, and also after the finish unit, I will give the unit test also. Okay.
Okay, miss.
Today we discussed 3 or 5 points here. So I think you got the ideas. If you have any doubts, now you can ask. Any doubt?
No, miss.
Okay. And tell you. And okay. If you have any doubt and if you feel there is not understand well, you can feel free and ask me. Okay.
Okay, miss.
Okay, and thank you very much, and see you soon in the next week. Okay.
Okay, miss. Thank you, miss.
You're welcome, Buddha.